All right, that looks good. We are streaming. Let it all set up so I can get started. This is you guys' first time checking me out. I'm 9 episodes in. This is episode 9 right now of me doing live streams. I'm really enjoying this live streaming experience, something different for me. Had to come out of my shell to start doing this. Started off being behind the scenes, making my own videos, uh, and getting information out that way. But now I'm really starting to enjoy this live stream. Make sure that everything sounds good. Had to come out of my shell to start. Nice. All right. So everything is sounding good. But as I was saying, guys, just getting started here. I appreciate all you guys that watch the video, that like it. Feel free to share this stuff. Feel free to follow, as well as this is going to be daily for me, creating these live streams of cryptocurrency updates with the market. Going to be looking around the world for different things that's going to affect how crypto is going to be viewed, regulated, how people are going to adopt it. So there's so much information that's going to be coming out here in the near future that you guys do not want to miss it. Trust me. You want to be ahead of the curve. The entire world is going to be following us here, being in the market, here being with crypto, being in Web3, distributed ledger technology, knowing what's going on with the trades, not necessarily the trades with the coins, but I'm talking like trade finance, knowing what's going on with global payments, cross-border payments. All these things are actually foreign to the majority of people in the world. And by you being here, you are pretty much stepping into a place of being a leader. And I want to assist in the knowledge that you have that you can share with your family, friends, and everybody else that's seeking something new, trying to find themselves as we do our as we find ourselves in the exact same process. All right, so I know that the stream is up. So welcome to Dig Deep Crypto. This is OAB letting you know that yes, this is the right place and this is the right time. Here we have Coin Market Cap. This is how I like to start my stream, just taking a quick overview of what's going on within the market. We see that it's pretty red going across the top 100 coins. Stacks is making some noise. XDC, which we're going to talk about today, is number 2 as far as the top 100 over the past 24 hours. As always, we're going to check out my watch list. These are coins that I keep my eyes on. These are coins that I've invested in. Not necessarily all of these coins I've invested in, but the majority. Probably going to begin consolidating as we get closer to the regulations. However, these are the coins that I favor the most as of right now. If you guys have some coins that you like that you don't see up here, be sure to let me know. Put it in the comment section and let me know what's happening. And also, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, keep in mind that I'm only going to be posting maybe a couple more broadcasts on YouTube as I'm funneling everybody from YouTube to come right over here to Xeenon as we grow this platform and make it something better than what YouTube could ever be. Because I just got copywritten for another video that I put up, my live stream that I put up, the first one. I got copywritten on that, man. So I'm just sick of that. That's why I'm moving over here to be 100% decentralized, Web3. That's the way to go, guys. And that's the way I'm going to be moving from here on forward. All right, so we got XRP net. I recall seeing this yesterday, and it was up way higher, and it's coming down a bit, but it's still halfway to being where it was 7 days ago. Apollo currency, guys. Apollo currency is creating stable coins backed by commodities out of African soil. They're mining right now. They're finding copper all over the place, and that's just the start. Apollo currency is something that you guys want to take a real look at because it's making some moves. Live Peers at number 3. I'm currently broadcasting on Live Peers blockchain right now. Live Peer works smooth. They have their own social network going on. I'm waiting for them to open that up all the way. And I'll definitely be the first one in line to put my profile in place for Lens, which is their Twitter, so to speak. Cypherium and Stronghold topping off the next five. And then they got XDC here and XRP, which we're going to be talking about today. Also, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin too. But first, what we're going to do, we're going to go to Terra Luna, and its founder, Do Kwon, allegedly has political ties with the Montenegro prime minister. Reading the article, which was updated 6 hours ago, or 1 hour ago, but it came out 6 hours ago. It says Terra co-founder Do Kwon is alleged to have political ties with a political party leader in Montenegro. Outgoing Prime Minister Dritan Abazovic, I think I got that right. Outgoing Justice Minister Marko Kovacs and the Special State Prosecution Office are said to have received a letter from Do Kwon claiming that he financed Europe Now's political party. Now, if Do Kwon took investors' money and he went and gave it to a political party in Montenegro, would you have invested in Luna knowing that your money was going to Montenegro, knowing that your money was going to a political party, and not having any idea about what that prime minister, what those presidents and what those people are about, what they stand for, what they do? Most likely you wouldn't have invested. Now, when we have regulations going in place, we have a push for distributed ledger technology and transparency about where these digital currencies are coming from, where they're going, is for reasons like this. There is a narrative that is being built, and it's all coming to the forefront right now. Not only is Do Kwon a known fugitive, I think they got him. Yeah, they got him in custody here. Them guys got badges on, but he was a fugitive for a while, having a good old time out there in the streets. Now he's caught up, and they finding that he spent some of that money on a political party called Europe Now. Europe Now, their Wikipedia says that this is a new movement that started in June of 2022. So just last year they began. I can't recall when Terra Luna went under, but I believe that it was around the same time that this movement began. Coincidentally, right? But this movement was founded on June 26th of last year by Milo Joko Spajic. I'm trying to say these names, man. It is no joke. And Jekov Pals Milatovic. This man here, guys, he is a Montenegrin politician and economist who is the incumbent president of Montenegro, and that is as of May of this year. He previously served as the Minister of Economic Development in the cabinet over there, right? So basically, Do Kwon funded the newly voted in president of Montenegro. That's if they utilize votes to do that. I'm not sure how their political system is put up. However, Do Kwon's money got this man elected. Well, your money who invested in Terra Luna got this man elected. This is the reasons why regulations are being put in place, but not just because of Terra Luna now. Bitcoin. A Russian investor took over 1,000 Bitcoin in a bribe money from hackers. This is the Bitcoin.com letting us know that an investor working in Moscow has been caught with a record-breaking bribe paid by a hacking group in cryptocurrency. It doesn't tell us who that hacking group is in this article. But according to the Russian press, the corrupt official accepted millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin and saved the digital money for his retirement. So at least we can say, it's safe to say, that he believes that Bitcoin was a good store of value. Taking our funds, your money, everybody else's money, and, you know, keeping it for themselves. It's crazy, right? Pretty damn crazy. But I was telling you guys let's say, what was this, 2 months ago again, that there's a propaganda against crypto. These are the storylines that are going to continue to come out because they're really saying that Bitcoin is a criminal's asset. That's what's being pushed forward right now. We know that the ordinals prove that Bitcoin is not a sustainable technology for dealing with the world's money. And now we're starting to see more things come out about how Bitcoin is being utilized to fund terrorist activity, to fund bribery, to fund illicit actions, right? Around the world. They've been already putting that on crypto years past, but now it's going specifically to Bitcoin. If you guys come to my page here on Xenon, it is Judaverse Uploads, and you can watch these two videos here where I show you the propaganda that's being pushed, the predictive programming, the foreshadowing of what's to come, as well as highlighting things that go on behind the scenes. They put it right here in some of the favorite TV shows that are watched by millions of people to try to persuade you to not get into cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is the fall guy. And like I've said in the past stream, I think Bitcoin is going to definitely take an immediate hit. Will it last and stand the test of time? It's quite possible that it will, but I'm definitely looking for it to drop substantially before I were to invest in some Bitcoin. My next article, still in Russia, came out yesterday. It says Russian prosecutors to gain crypto confiscation powers, but there's a wrinkle. As I scroll down, there's a lady named Diana Bursey, and she's an associate professor at Stavropol branch in the Russian Presidential Academy of National Economy and Public Administration. This is what she says. She believes that the relevant changes can be made via a government decree. A government decree, in my opinion, if you're talking about the United States, would be an executive order. Something that goes above and beyond any type of law and can be implemented immediately. This means that changes to the criminal code would not be required. And she also added, but the academic added, sorry about that. It says that, well, this is her. It says Doljiva also believes that it is necessary to amend laws on enforcement proceedings so that after the crypto has been confiscated, that the Federal Bailiff Service cannot sell the coins it has just seized. So she's saying that, okay, once the coins are taken, we need to have some kind of laws in place to say that they can't take it and turn a profit off of it as well. It goes into a treasury. It goes somewhere else that the government benefits from it, but not the individuals that actually confiscated the assets and skimmed off the top and put the rest into storage. So it tells us that crypto still has no legal status in Russia. That sounds like the United States. That's what the regulations and stuff are as of right now. There is no codified law to tell you what a security is, what a currency is, if it's a commodity, if it's valuable, what makes it valuable, if it has utility. All of these things are going to be lined in place, and they're talking with Congress here in the United States right now to try to draft some type of bill that they can be adhered to in the future. But with this article, it tells us that previous court rulings in civil and criminal cases have seen judges rule that coins have a status of being deemed a property. And as it is a property, according to these court rulings, that is why they are considered assets that can be seized. Just like we're looking at Binance right now having a freeze on their assets. They're saying the exact same thing is going on in Russia. And if we see the entire world continue on this blueprint, right, then once we start seeing that they're calling crypto a property, that's a red flag automatically to say you need to safeguard your stuff. Stop doing all the wrong that you're doing because they're coming after your crypto. They already have the IRS officers with guns in their back, you know what I mean, guns on their holsters, so to speak, and coming to people's houses supposedly, right? But they put that law in place that they're hiring a bunch of IRS officers. So I can definitely see that coming, but that is definitely my tin hat that you guys just see me wear, telling you guys that narrative. All right, so next, now we're about to get into something real juicy. This is about to be really good, guys. Let me get my water here. All right. This is a document from the World Bank. From the World Bank. Distributed ledger technology and blockchain. On this document, it's 60 pages long. Not about to go through all 60, but I have looked at it already for something that I wanted to share with you guys. And that is on page 50. This heading that this information is coming from says, how can distributed ledger technology be leveraged for World Bank programs and projects in the financial sector? This is how. They will be able to foster collaboration, reading from here, and coordinate with international standard setting bodies. Now, who did the World Bank consider for a standard setting body internationally now? They say that they can join an industry consortium like R3's. So R3's consortium members, who are they? Of course, I pulled it up, and this is what Google tells us. Participants of R3's international consortium are, selectively now, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, BBVA, BNY Mellon, ING, HSBC, Commerce Bank, Santander, Nordea, Royal Bank of Scotland, UBS, Alpha Bank, and there's other financial institutions as well. But they highlighted some of the most prominent ones here on Google. Now, we see JP Morgan being a part of this consortium. JP Morgan just released Onyx. But who is JP Morgan working with? I know that you guys seen the thumbnail, so don't move too fast on me. I want to show you in documentation that JP Morgan and Ripple will be utilizing or will be working together, for lack of a better word. Here, this is a documentation from JP Morgan and Oliver Wyman saying unlocking 120 billion in value in cross-border payments. How banks can leverage central bank digital currencies for corporates. Now, before I get into this, it's just 2 more pages, and then we're going to go ahead and end the stream. But central bank digital currencies is something that we cannot avoid. What I want you guys to be able to avoid is universal basic income. If you are not an early adopter with these technologies, if you are not investing before you have to be an accredited investor, then you're going to miss out. And most likely your fiat is going to be devalued and you're going to be given a digital value for your US dollar. That's going to be universal basic income. And we already know that in China, they're giving out finances digitally with that digital yuan, and you have to spend it by a certain amount of time because you can't save over a particular amount. So you will always be dependent on the government with universal basic income. We want to avoid that. So let me show you how to avoid that. Here in this executive summary, it says global corporates move nearly 23 trillion across countries annually, equivalent to about 25% of the global GDP. To this, They have to rely on wholesale cross-border payment processes, which remain suboptimal from a cost, speed, and transparency standpoint, as well as resulting in significant transaction cost of 120 billion per year. These processes also result in additional cost from FX conversion, trapped liquidity, and delayed settlements. Now, you can already imagine my thoughts. If you know me, if you know my content and what I've been talking about, my thoughts automatically are thinking about Ripple. I'm thinking about XRP being a solution to what this issue is. $120 billion solution per year, and that's just one use case for XRP. Let me show you further. Going down here to page 5, it says in the United States alone, there was $23.5 trillion in transaction volume through cross-border transactions. All right. Now, transaction costs for that were $120 billion. That's in the legacy system. That's in the traditional way of doing finance. That's in the old way. Currently, now they're bringing out a new wave, which is going to lower those costs substantially. And it's going to make it so much faster than this settle time we see of 2 to 3 days. We're talking about 2 to 3 seconds. Probably a little bit more, maybe like 5 to 10 seconds, just to say that the technology and the blockchain is a little bit cluttered. It may take longer than 2 to 3 seconds, but that's pretty much what they tell us how long it would take. Here they talk, they kind of give an illustrative cross-border payment flow via correspondent banking to show how banks work with each other and how those payments will be utilized and paid for and made. All right. It says, while working on a strategic acquisition transactions with multiple banks involved in the funds flow chain, our team was on high alert with contradictory, inconsistent messages coming from numerous the banks along the chain. While the current systems have been optimized to handle day-to-day transactions, the non-regular, high-value, and time-pressured transactions are a real problem area and an area to improve. And that is from the Senior Treasury Manager of the Global Packing MNC. Legal and regular and operational consistency is what they're seeking. It's varied legal and regulatory requirements around anti-money laundering, combating the financing for terrorism, anti-money laundering, and the CFT, right? Combating financial terrorism. And the differing operation windows of domestic payment infrastructures further add to transaction costs and time delays. So they need to have something that's going to happen instantly, real time, and not cost an arm and a leg to make it happen. This is why I'm telling you that Ripple is a solution. And it's not just coming from me and my words. This documentation says that Ripple, right here, as I highlighted, is a solution for this problem. They have low cost, according to the other commercial efforts they have, instant settlement, it's instant, as well as transparency. Now, it's not as transparent as Swift right now, but Ripple is working with Swift. I read in an article yesterday that not only is it Ripple working with Swift, it's IOTA and it's Stellar. So transparency is coming, especially once this SEC case ends. We're going to have so much transparency about Ripple and why XRP would be the best settlement instrument. As it says here, the project summary says that with Ripple, to try to get over that FUD saying that Ripple does not have to use XRP, it says that their cross-border payment infrastructure is one thing that Ripple is about, and the next is intended to use cryptocurrency XRP as a settlement instrument. Now, get rid of all the talk about that Ripple doesn't have to utilize XRP. They're intending to use XRP according to JP Morgan, because this is their documentation. And to conclude this video, yeah, we were approaching about 30 minutes. To conclude this video, I'm convinced that CBDCs could bring transactional cash management to the next level from the standpoint of accessibility, being able to access liquidity in their accounts without cutoffs and cross-border delays, convertibility, being able to convert to different currencies at will, enabling them to manage liquidity in smaller sets of currencies. Man, that is XRP. If it ain't, I don't know what it is. And then reachability, which is beyond just bank accounts, and traceability, being able to have a clean trail of funds. So the reason that I'm bringing this to you guys' attention is because Do Kwon, he had no traceability until right now, but that money has already put the president in place. Bitcoin, hackers got at that money. We don't know who those hackers are, but we do know that a Russian investigator got thousands of Bitcoin, equating in millions of dollars, and he was trying to hold it for himself. So what's going to happen in the future, guys, when all of the money can be traced? There are chosen distributed ledger technologies that are being monitored daily. We're going to have forensic accountants all over the place. That's going to be a job worth looking into. Some accreditations, a major that if you are going to college, that may be something that a child will want to see for themselves. All right, guys. So that's what I got for this stream. I don't have anything in the chat. So we're going to end it there. If you're watching this on YouTube, guys, as a reminder that this is going to be one of my last uploads to YouTube because I'm doing everything here over on Xeenon.xyz. To get your account started, you're either going to have to utilize your telephone number or you're going to connect your MetaMask wallet or whatever kind of wallet you want to connect to that account. So if you do some business with Xeenon, that you can get paid and transfer that money off of the Xeenon platform over into your pockets. All right. So make sure you guys put a like, subscribe, or follow, do what you do. I'm going to stay here and do what I do. We're going to build this thing and we're going to have fun all the way through. If you don't remember anything else that I tell you, I'm going to tell you this now. Get you some XDC, get you some Ripple so that you can avoid universal basic income. All right. That's what I got for you. Look for me tomorrow. Xeenon.xyz. I will be going live. All right, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.